Oh dear, I don't like DVDs, another gimmicky modern crap thing like this digital television they've all inflicted upon us. Yeah, when we had the older analogue system and the Freeview system running in tandem, if you like, the Freeview picture was admittedly a lot better. Then all of a sudden they turn off the old analogue signal, of course, and guess what? Everybody had to retune twice. And even after two goes, the picture on the new Freeview was crap. The next thing they start going on about HD. Well, of course, that's the next thing, isn't it? The next pile of electronic mountain of waste that we're going to encounter when people realise that their set they only bought a couple of years ago isn't going to be quite the thing for this HD. And if you're looking at something they filmed years ago anyway, for television, the chances are, although it looks alright, it wasn't done on that brilliant a media in the first place, so if anything it'll probably look worse than it does on an ordinary set. Oh dear, yes. Yeah, there we are. That's what you get for having university whiz kids running the joint, I suppose. This old thing of mine, it's quite an ancient one. It's actually got the date of manufacture on there, on the, well, what passes for the mechanism. 9th of December 1999. But you can see there isn't an awful lot in it. It's a Toshiba genuine job made in Japan, and that, believe it or not, is your power supply board. It's what they call a switched mode power supply, and you might expect to see in something made a few years earlier quite a hefty transformer. But what this does is to increase the frequency of the AC juice, and that means that they can get away with using that dinky little transformer to supply the whole thing. Yeah, okay, anything you say. It's alright, of course, till the electronics go bang, and then that's the end of you. But thankfully Toshiba kit back then, and come to that now, is still pretty good, isn't it? So as of yet, no problems with that, touch wood. Every now and again I have to take the top off this and clean the tiny LEDs, because the lens of course is what picks up the DVD signal. It's a laser thing, works like a CD player, isn't it? Don't like them either, come to that. Give me good old VHS any day. I know, all V2000, Betamax, yeah, I know. Yeah, I used to have an old Philips, I can't remember the model number now, N1700 or something like that. Played a great big square tape that was 2 stories high. One reel was on top of the other. And only had to get shot of that when the old Ferguson TV set I had blew up. The transformer went on the high tension side. The picture suddenly went very small, and then it went very tall, and oh dear, you know. Reminded me of the old days when you watched in black and white, and you'd often wonder, was your telly all right? When you watched in black and white, we would slide to the left, and then to the right. The picture made us look very small, then it made us look very tall, as the snow began to fall, or is there a pigeon on the aerial? When you watched in black and white, remember how we used to say good night, but in case you had forgot, we all finished up as a little white dot. Anyway, on that slightly lunatic note, I shall leave it. It looks as if I managed to breathe life back into this thing. I know when it needs doing, because the bloody tiresome thing keeps saying disk error and all this. And I suppose when you think of it, it's no more tiresome than having to take the top off a VHS recorder every now and again and clean everything out with isopropyl alcohol, because as with cassette decks, cleaner tapes only do, well, you know, they're all right, but they're not really the dog's bees, are they? Yeah, and as for car players, good lord, the things I found inside them down the years is unbelievable. Once a lady's hairpin, God knows how that got in there. No wonder it wouldn't play. Well, that's what she said. She said, oh, it won't play. I wonder why. Anyway, got another project going, possibly going on eBay. A small mono Philips record player, but it's going to need a bit of a TLC. Only cosmetic before it goes, because Yeah, like to have everything right. And there's a chap just subscribed to me on here actually who bought the Bright Orange 70s Fidelity that I did up a while ago. And well, thanks for the sub, and I'm glad you like your record player and that it all works and so on, as I hoped it would. So anyway, nearly well, supper time I suppose, so see you soon.